The last 20 years, clinical trials have evolved tremendously in soft tissue sarcomas because we know now that these are hundreds of different diseases. And that's been one of the greatest advances. Because we've been able to carve them up into different types of diseases, we can be far more targeted in our approach. And we can get data that's far more helpful for doctors to apply to any individual patient. So the other nice thing about clinical trials in sarcomas is that the world really does work together. The United States, Europe, Asia, we have experts in a very collaborative group all over the world. And I think that's allowed us to make some real advances. So one thing that's come up is, what's the right endpoint? What do we look for as a drug effect? And it's quite clear that controlling disease is an important outcome for patients with sarcomas. This is a very rapidly moving disease. So if we can slow the progression, patients will benefit. Thankfully, regulatory agencies like the FDA or the European Medicines Agency have agreed with us that controlling sarcomas is a good thing. In the old days, 20 years ago, people waited for overall survival, which is a slow outcome and can be confounded by many different problems in a clinical trial and post-clinical trial courses. So this was a great advance for our field, to be able to say the direct effect of the drug can generate the approval for the doctors to use the drug in that patient population. We're still looking at overall survival. As we think about combination therapies, we really want to cure more patients. And certainly as we move towards preventing recurrence in the first place. Our surgeons do a spectacular job of taking out sarcomas, but if the disease comes back, patients can still die of that. So our goal in the long run is to prevent the disease ever from coming back, prevent the disease from getting resistant to therapies, and that's our hope. We're seeing that happen in other cancers like melanomas, certainly other things like kidney cancer. There are dramatic advances. So our next generation trials are going to use new combinations. We all hope that the burgeoning field of immuno-oncology will someday make a big impact in sarcomas as well. So the future is bright for our patients, and we're helping, I think, by working together with all the different groups around the world.